All right, we're live on Just a Chat, hanging out with Gears and Greg, J. Greg, right now. And if anyone else wants to hop on, there's a link down in the description. There's really no rules, just be respectful. You know the Google rules and all that. So let's have a good chat and give a shout out to all the people that I've seen come in. The Saint, Jay Greg here on the panel. Joe Bob Jenkins, shout out to all the BBWs. Time on the line, he's way up north. We got Gimp Geek and Fuzzy to you, Fuzzy to you. Truth Freeze, and I believe that's it. So, like I said, if anyone wants on the panel, the link is in the description. If you don't see it, you may need to refresh.
Get on in here, guys.
So, hop on in, chat about guns, trucks, news, weather.
Anything you want?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, trying to get some flag on over here. I'll be back on camera in just a second.
Alrighty.
Old lady, off if I show you the mess, the hot mess behind where we are out on the computer room.
Oh, Joe Bob Jenkins, the third out there, wants to see Otis. So you asked for it. Now you're going to see Otis.
There's Otis.
Otis. Yeah.
See, I don't know how much I'm afraid of Otis as much as, you know, just the nose. When you put the nose on, I think you're scarier than you are with Otis. That's just me.
This nose.
Yep.
Everybody knows the nose.
Everybody knows the nose.
All right. So,
man, those videos you put out where you play every character, they have me falling out of my chair laughing every day, and it just makes my day every time you put one of those out. It just makes my day, man.
The Escape, the Clown, Otis, and Otis.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to get a camera person for that, and most videos I just record myself or prop the camera up, but I had to get a camera person for that one and actually put some thought and time into that one, whereas most of them I just think of something and go after it right there. We got Gerald B out there.
What's up, Gerald? Yeah, I knew you put some time and effort into that last video you put out, man. That took some hours to do and put together and edit. It was awesome, though. It was awesome.
Really didn't take too long, but it took a lot longer than my other videos.
I loved it, man. You had me, like I said, rolling in the damn floor. My wife's looking at me like, what are you looking at? I'm like, you've got to watch this. And she started watching it, and we're both rolling in the damn floor. That was a great video. It was a great video.
A long time ago, I done rubber ducky videos, and I thought that those would take off, but they didn't. I don't know if you've seen any of those or not.
No, I haven't. I'm going to have to go back and look on your channel. I joined your channel about a year ago now, I think. So I haven't caught up on all of them. You've got a lot of videos out there.
Yeah, I think 250 maybe.
Yeah, I've got
Maybe less
four.
than that.
I've got 4 videos out there that people can watch, and most of them are after chats. I haven't really done a video that was just about me. I usually just ride on the coattails of TR and a few other people, Shammer, a few other people like that. I'm better known for the after chats than I am putting out my own videos. I am going to start doing my own videos, guys. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen. I
Yep.
just have to figure out what I want to put out there. Probably the first video you're going to see my own is probably just going to be an EDC dump. That's easy to do.
EDC dump and videos of making your holsters and
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about doing videos about making my belts and my holsters because it takes so long to make one of those. It's like you can't really put it into a 15-minute video. That'd be like more like a 3-day video. So I'm going to have to get all the footage together and just chop it up into bits, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Joseph who? The communism. Huh? What?
Oh, Joseph Cockenbollocks. Duh, communism.
Hello to everybody that's joining in on the side chat. Some of you jump in here on the live chat if you want to, if that's okay with Gear.
We got Skyward 41.
Hey, Sky. Joseph, I just took a big EDC dump. Had gulag soup and make taco torpedoes. Yeah, not the kind of EDC we're talking about, but thanks for sharing.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
I am not going to be making that kind of an EDC dump video, Joseph. If that's what you're into, you need to be going to Pornhub or something like that. Just saying.
Try to mute myself before I have a coughing fit. My apologies if I don't.
Taco torpedoes. We've all been there, Joseph. We've all been there.
There was a bunch of people wanting to after chat, and looks like we've got 5 watching.
Joseph
I don't
says,
know if do you know if Pocahontas started one too or not?
yeah, I knew she was going to. I tried to talk to her and Truth and tried to get them to, come over here and combine it into one. Yours started first, so I jumped on here first. Maybe I can mute myself and try to get them to come over here and we can get everybody into one video or one chat. Don't know. But yeah, Joseph, watch my videos. I teach you secret Spetsnaz survival techniques. The comrade I know of your capitalist scat porn. Okie dokie.
I don't remember who all was wanting the after chat. I guess I'll just start.
Yeah, you just keep talking to these guys. I'll try to get them to combine these 2 chats and see what we can do. I'll be back in a second. I'll be able to hear you. I just won't be on camera.
All right. Alrighty, so if anyone wants to get on the panel, there's a link down in the description. If you do not see the link, you may need to refresh the page. So if you want on, just hop on and we'll go from there. This ain't about any certain subject, just anything pretty much like guide talk or whatever. Talk about your favorite pistol or your favorite rifle or shotgun or your favorite camping trip growing up. Favorite camping trip growing up. I don't know which what I can't even talk. So don't really have a favorite camping trip growing up, but one I remember is I took my bike on the camping trip. We went to a state park campground, and I met this good looking girl there back when I think I was like 12. And, you know, we spent like the whole day talking and stuff. And anyway, she ended up liking my brother more than me. So a couple years down the road, they hooked up, and he he got busy or whatever you want to call it, and then he dumped her. I'm sorry, but that was funny to me. Oh, all right. If anybody wants to come on air, come on air. You got a friend zoned, comrade. Yes, yes, I got friend zoned. Friend zone. After her, my brother, I sent her a message. I still had her on that MSN Messenger and sent her a message. How you like my brother? She didn't think it was funny. I did. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. She acted like she liked me there at the campgrounds, and then get home and get her on the interwebs, and come to find out she liked my brother more. So yeah, it was funny when, yep. But when we go camping, we usually went for a weekend. We'd go on Friday, then go home on Sunday, about Sunday afternoon. But we usually went fishing, swimming, and cooked on the cast iron. Most of it was tent camping. I remember one year we had a camper, and it had air conditioning. It was, I think, July when we went camping, so most of the day was spent either on the water, in the water, or in the AC. But I remember that year we had the camper. Dad got the camper specifically because my mom was pregnant, and that's the only way that she'd go camping. So after that kid was born, Dad got rid of the camper and bought a better tent. All right, now I guess Pocahontas is doing her first live chat also. That's cool. This is my first time also. So yeah, it don't matter to me if y'all want to be here or if y'all want to go there. It's up to y'all to make the choice. Shout out to Something Harry in the Shadows. I'm a little bit behind on his videos, but if you want some real Sasquatch hunting proof, go to his channel. Check out the videos. He usually puts out 1 or 2 a day, or about 10 a week. And Joseph says AC is no camping capitalist. All right, shits. If you got a microphone, you don't have to have a cam. You can jump in on a microphone if you want. And the link is in the description. So yeah, if you got a microphone, if you want to just talk, hop on. That'd be fine.
Yep, you don't need a camera. You need a microphone.
Hold on a second. But yeah, so
yeah, that's one of the things that doesn't really make me mad. It just kind of is frustrating is when you have two chats going on at the same time and you're all friends and everybody wants to see both chats because we're friends with everybody that's got a chat going on right now. I just wish we could all just, pick a channel and all join in there.
If you want to go over there, it won't hurt my feelings none.
No, it doesn't hurt my feelings if I have an after chat and somebody else is on. I just wish we could all combine it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see everybody. We're all pretty much friends. And, it's the time slots. It's when we start them and it kind of overlaps. And that just kind of makes me, it makes me have to pick between friends. And I don't like that. I wish we could, just find a place and time where we could all get together and do a joint chat like some of the larger channels do. Where, you have every channel represented in the panel, and it's a place where everybody can get together at the same time.
Yeah.
Not getting mad at anybody. Don't get, don't think I'm getting pissed at anybody. It's all cool.
No, if everyone wants to go over there, that's fine with me. Whenever I seen that she mentioned it, I was already in the middle of everything, so it ain't gonna offend me if everyone goes over there or whatever.
Hell, half the time I wish somebody would go off of my channel and go to somebody else's so I could just be in the background and not have to carry the whole damn thing.
Hey, Partisan Gorilla. I believe that's how you say it.
Yep. Partisan Gorilla, or like I call him PG. It's just easier to type PG than type out that whole thing.
Something Harry in the Shadows, or for short, Shit, says if he gets his Google payment tomorrow, he's going to get a computer mic and camera and a trail cam.
Awesome.
So that trail cam, I don't know if you're subscribed to Shits or not, something Harry in the Shadow, but he does Sasquatch hunting videos up in your area.
Nice. I was not subscribed, Harry, until just now, and now I am subscribed to you. Now, you actually go out and hunt Sasquatch? You're a braver man than me. I'll go out and hunt deer. I'll even go hunt bear, but I'm not going to go hunt Sasquatch. Not ever going to go hunt Sasquatch. Not going to do it. I like living. I'm not sure a 454 queso would take down a Sasquatch. Walla Walla. Awesome. You are out in the woods. I'm in Spokane.
He's also got a couple other channels. One of them is Marbles of Legend Mastermind, I believe, something like that. I'm sure he'll put it out there. I can't remember exactly what it's called right off the top of my head, but is Julia sleeping?
Yeah, she went to take a nap. She'll probably be back up here in about an hour. Whether she'll get online or not, I don't know, but she'll be back awake. We had to get up way early this morning and put the daughter on a plane to Oregon to go visit her biological dad for Christmas. She hadn't seen him in 4 years. She's been up here with us, so she's tired.
Yeah.
Spokane Bigfoot series. I don't see many Sasquatch in Spokane, but I don't get outside of the city much unless I'm going snow skiing or camping. Now, I've heard some spooky shit out in the woods camping in Washington, but I haven't actually seen a Sasquatch or any evidence of one. And yeah,
Every
PG, they do. From what I hear, they stink. They I don't know if it smells exactly like Limburger cheese, but I've heard that they stink. Haven't had any experience with that myself.
every time I'm oh, okay. I don't know what that test. Huh. I don't know. Every time that I go out camping and I hear noises, I just tell myself it's a raccoon. It's a raccoon. It's just a possum. It's a raccoon.
Okay, Harry, fitted stones. Explain what you mean by fitted stones. Like a shelter or just a stack of stones? A tum tum? Okay, a wall. So not like ranger stones. You see ranger stones around Spokane all the time, and they're just little piles of stones that, depending on the size of the stack and the way they're pointing, means different things. It's a Native American thing, but an actual wall.
I wish I could. I wish I could share the noises I'm hearing from upstairs with y'all right now. I guess it's a better noise than hearing stomping and things being thrown down.
Who'd you piss off upstairs?
I haven't pissed them off any yet, but if they keep up the noise that they've been having up there past 11,
I hear scary noises from upstairs in my house too, but that's where my son and my daughter-in-law live, and I don't really want to know what the hell they're doing up there. I don't really want to. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know if they're fighting or fucking, and either way, I'm not going upstairs to find out between them two.
yeah, I live in apartments and we live downstairs.
Oh hell, an apartment, yeah.
Yeah, we had to have downstairs because my better half don't like stairs at all, especially ones that she can see the next level from.
No, I got you there. With I've got neuropathy in both legs. I can't feel anything below the knees. So stairs, going up them, I'm fine. Coming down, I'm going to fall every damn time. So I try not to go upstairs. If there's not an elevator, I'm not going up there. Gonna have to check that out, Harry. I really am. I just subbed to you, so I'm gonna have to go check out your videos. I'm very interested. And we're not making fun of you talking about the upstairs residents in our houses and apartments. But those are some very scary sounds too at times.
What's weird is hearing the floor squeak. You know what it is, but you can also hear the kids up there playing, screaming, running back and forth. So it's like, all right, are they really? But I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. If anyone wants to get on the panel, the link is in the description. So hop on, have a chat.
somebody jump in here because I'm freaking gear out right now. He's never actually had to talk to me for this long at any point in time.
We got Shiny Knife out there.
Hey, Shiny.
You having a good one? I don't know. I guess I don't know what I was gonna say now. But yeah, hop on the chat. I don't know. Does this thing say how long we've been going?
Let me look. Looks like about 25 minutes so far.
But
don't have my headphones on. Don't know where they are. One of the kids stole my earbuds, so you're probably going to get some echo from me.
all right. I turned my volume down, so that might have helped too. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm doing that now. I don't usually my earbuds are laying right here on the desk, but I think when we shipped the daughter off to Oregon earlier today, she stole them and took them with her.
I guess shit keeps getting booted and has to refresh. I don't know if what's that's about. If it's his internet connection or what. And I guess Shiny Knife says, "Where's Clown, Otis? Let's see if we can find the clown."
Let's see, is it hiding around somewhere? Is the clown hiding around? There's the clown. Will do, Shiny. Will do. But if I win, Shiny, give it to somebody else. Go to the second drawing if I win. Seriously. I got enough knives, but I like your channel, and I'm probably going to get in on the giveaway. But if I win, pay it forward. Just saying.
Here's the clown. Howdy there, Plinkster.
Oh, and he went away.
Oh, yeah.
Come on back in, Derp.
I don't know. I don't think he likes a live chats.
Come on, guys. It's not that scary to get on the panel. You don't even have to show your face. All you have to have is a mic. If I can show this ugly face, you guys can get on here and talk. Come on, Jesus. As much hair as I'm losing up here, Gear, I need one of those wigs. I really do.
This is why I usually wear a hat.
Yeah, same here.
I always joked growing up. I always joked that I wanted to shave the top of my head and leave the rest. But before too much longer, I ain't gonna have to do anything to the top. It's gonna be all gone.
Joe Bob, you don't need a cam on your computer. You just need a mic. All you need is a microphone. You do not need a cam to get on the panel.
Hey, Skyward.
Yeah, me too.
Hi.
Hey,
Kevin Will is knife.
what's up? Skywarp.
No, we ain't gonna talk about that.
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
What have you been up to?
Well, resting because of this.
Hold on. Because of what?
Because I'm resting.
I
I
was,
don't know what you do.
I fell.
Dang.
that is painful.
Mhm.
We got Drew 4.6 DO8C 275 out there. Thanks for coming by the chat. Don't need a cam, just need a microphone. Joe Bob Jenkins III.
Yeah, things are going great here, Drew. We got Julia back out of the hospital and her mother back into the hospital. But yeah, things are going good. Her mother's doing great. Yeah, it's going to be a weird Christmas, but everything's going great. Everybody's doing great.
Yeah, we're doing our first Christmas thing on Thursday for my mom and immediate family. Then for my grandma and all that, that's on Friday, but I don't think we're going to go to it this year because my other half's thing is on Friday about the same time. So probably be in trouble for not going, but it happens.
Do the truffle shuffle.
Oh man, these guys are funny.
You got any new knives, Skyward?
No, not lately. I haven't bought any in a while.
No new knives. I thought you was a knife collector.
I am, but it's been the Christmas holiday and I haven't been buying any.
Oh, right on. Alright. Tried to type something in the external and my screen went all crazy.
Uh-oh.
So, I don't know.
Seven Eleven.
Do y'all have anything you want to chat about, or
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
have you ever been camping, Skyward?
Uh, I don't. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't camped in a while, but it's been a while since I've camped out.
Have you been doing any metal detecting?
A little bit, not much, but after this fall, I don't think I can right now. It's kind of hard to dig with just one hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Well,
duct tape. Maybe some duct tape with that, detector. Just duct tape it to the cast. Move it side to side.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
It's almost the same angle when you're carrying the detector.
True.
yeah, but
I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking.
Okay.
I bet Will would still find a way to be out there. You know
Oh
Will
man.
Hornbuckle?
Oh man. If I met Will Hornbuckle, that would be so cool. If
Greg?
I did, I would make a knife for him right there for him. It's just, I can't really I'm thinking about doing a P.O. box thing. I'm thinking about doing it so I could send it off like that. I don't know if that'll work or not. I don't know.
But there's a guy I've been subscribed to for quite a while, Will Hornbuckle. He's one of those guys that love metal detecting. And every chance he get, he's out there metal detecting. I think even if he had a broke arm, I think he would find a way to be out there doing it.
Oh gosh, it's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh man.
I guess
Yeah.
Shiny Knife didn't know what a BBW was. Um,
Yeah, only time I ever go metal detecting is when I hear something go bang in the distance, and I start wondering if I have some metal in me. My son's into it big time. I mean, actual metal detecting. I bought him a nice metal detector for Christmas last year, and he loves it. Me, I don't I don't have the patience for it. I really don't. You know, if I'm not going to find something every 5 minutes, I'm not going to do it. I just don't have that kind of patience.
Congratulations to Shits. Tomorrow is his 33-year engagement anniversary with the same woman.
Like I told him, you're a better man than me. I've only been able to last 17 years with one woman, and I'll tell you next year if it goes 18. Seriously, I'll tell you next year if it goes 18. And it's not me having to put up with her. It's just wondering whether she's going to put up with me for another year.
Yeah, another one of the channels that Shits had is Diggin' Dixie. That's what it is. I think he has 4 or 5 of them altogether. There's 9 watching now. I'd like to thank all 9 of you for watching. If anyone wants on the panel, the link is in the description.
And just scroll down in the description and jump in here, guys. Guys, gals, in between. We don't care.
2008 to 2015. That'd be 7 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
If mine puts up with me until May, it'll be 7 years.
I'll tell you what, my first wife I lasted 10 years with, from 90 to 2000. And that was, I wish I had 5 of those years back. I really do wish I'd had 5 of those years back. And I'm sure she probably wishes she had all 10 back.
Alrighty, Shits. Have a good one.
Now, me and Julie have been going on for 17 years. We've only been married for 15, but we've been together for 17.
We're not married yet. Every time someone asks, I tell them they just put on another year.
I tell you what, marriage is it changes a relationship. If you don't think it changes a relationship, you're crazy. And that's my crazy meter going off, going, I need to shut the fuck up right now.
Are you subscribed to SSR Guns and Knives?
Mm-hmm.
Guy cracks me up.
He
Every
vapes
time.
all the time, and it's hilarious how he vapes.
every time I see his channel name commenting on someone's video, I'm thinking, "Affa."
Oh, Joe Bob, you do not want to see that. That's something you cannot unsee. Trust me. Trust me. That's something you cannot unsee.
Yeah, I don't know if the fat man would come on here or not.
Oh, Fat Man would. Yeah, I'm sure he would. Fat Man was raised and born and grown in the same area of the country that I was. I just got the fuck out. When I turned 18, I got the hell out of South Carolina. And I never went back.
I know. I'll send him an invite. Don't If you don't want to come on, that's fine too. But it'd be cool to have him at least out there on the external.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny, you're in North Carolina? What part? Don't give me a city, just, what part of the state? Oh, other side of the mountain. He's dating my sister. Dirk Linkster, I saw Superfly, I think 3 or 4 nights ago. And last I heard, they're doing fine.
I'm not even going there.
Yeah, I think he's been busy with work, and I'd say he probably, well, I don't want to say he's burnt out because I don't know for sure, but
Yeah. Last I heard from him, he's trying to make a comeback, but yeah, he's a little burnt.
I don't know.
I get burned out sometime, but you never know it because I'm always here. I don't get burnt out from YouTube. I get burnt out from life.
Yeah, as many videos I watch each day, some days is, I don't feel like watching videos, but I usually, before that day's over with, I usually end up watching videos, and keep telling myself, hey, I'll watch one more, then that one more leads to about 10 more.
Yep.
Der Plinkster is back out there. If you want to come on and just talk on mic, that's fine.
Yeah, Harry was saying that he loses subs all the time. I have the same problem. I'll log on tomorrow, and 5 or 6 people that I'm sub to, it says I'm unsub to, and I have to constantly go back and check that list and resub to people. It's
I'm
really
almost at 800. I'm almost at 800. I'm almost to 300 subs.
I'm talking about people that I'm sub to, not people that are sub to me. It'll just drop people constantly off my list, 8 or 10 people a day, and I have to constantly go back and resub people. It's like YouTube is consciously trying to mess with people that talk about survival or guns or anything like that they don't agree with, but they can't legally drop people from. They're just, dropping subs from people left and right. It's the way I see it anyway. Shiny Knife, I'm in the Pacific Northwest near Spokane, Washington.
But I usually don't notice that I'm unsubbed to anyone until I notice that I haven't seen a video from them in a long time.
I'm on these live chats all the time, and I just scroll over people's icons
Yeah.
that are in the side chat, and I notice, like I said, 5 to 6 to 8 a day that says I'm not subscribed to them when I know I was, and I have to constantly go back and resubscribe to people. It's kind of weird because it's never, it's never on the cooking channels or the gaming channels or the news channels. It's just on the gun channels and the survival channels and channels like this where we talk about alternative things that, YouTube
Yeah.
wants to get rid of, but they can't legally get rid of.
I think they do it to almost everyone just to try to keep people from building up their subscribers unless YouTube wants to push them.
Yeah, I think Harry has it down pat there. There's a list, and they're doing it on purpose.
Mojo Bo says, "Come back in January. Be ready for the nonsense." January.
That's
We
not
gotta wait that long? Alrighty, shiny knife.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Shiny, be safe. Have a Merry Christmas and a good New Year, and we'll see you soon, bro. Or, brah.
But
Go ahead.
howdy, Redneck. If you want to come on the panel, you just need your mic. You don't have to have your camera on. Come on and chat if you want. So, yeah, I thought I'd just try a chat. There was a couple people that wanted to after chat after TR's his show. I can't think of what it was. So this is my first chat. So thank you all for coming out. As I've said, I think 10 times maybe, but I do mean it. Thank you all. If you want on the panel, link is in the description.
Yeah, somebody come on here on the channel. It's not that scary. You can do it. And thank you all for being on the side chat and listening tonight. That's awesome. And like Harry said, yeah, do more chats, Gear.
Well, I don't know if I will or not.
It's not hard to do. It's time consuming, but it's not hard to do. Redneck, welcome.
Yes. I think if I don't know. I know I won't be doing like a bunch of after chats, but I mean I might do one here and there.
I tell you what, the after chats can be really addictive, and if you're like me, I'll talk all night long. And you'll find out if you get on to after chats, you're going to end up with 4, 5, 6 hour after chats. Redneck, being on camera is not that damn scary. Do you see what I look like? Come on, really? If I can get on here, you can get on here.
Tommy, you're funny.
I'm on camera.
Oh my God, I'm on camera. They can see my face. My hair looks like shit. Oh my God, I haven't shaved in 3 days. Fuck.
Some people just need to get used to the idea of being on talking on mic, then do their camera. But I don't know. I don't have a problem with being on camera.
Okay, Harry, the guy chatting from Spokane is J. Greg Campbell. That's not a handle. That's actually my name. You can Google it and find me. Everybody's afraid of putting out their real name on YouTube. I don't give a damn. If you want to steal my identity, I hope you do, and you pay off some of my debt. You're not going to gain anything. You're just going to gain a bunch of debt.
Well, I know for sure someone tried to steal my identity, they'd be wasting their time.
Yeah, I've had 2 people try to steal my ID. They both contacted me via email and said, "Do you need some money?" You know, all of the people with the 10 hats on that think that you're going to be off grid and you want to stay off grid, and people are going to steal your identity, they're going to steal your credit, they're going to report you to the government. I got news for you. If you're on YouTube and on these chats, what are you afraid of? They're already able to track you. You're not off grid. If you're on YouTube, you're not off grid. If you pay a bill any month, you have one bill that you pay, you're on grid. You want to go off grid, you got to go way out in the woods in a cabin, and you don't pay for electricity, you don't pay for water, you don't pay for sewer, you don't pay for anything. You're just in a cabin way out in the fucking woods, no electricity, nothing. You're just totally self-sufficient. If you have electricity, it's solar. That's the only way you're off grid. If you're talking to us now, you're not off grid. That's the funny thing to me is, you know, all these preppers going, go off grid, but we're all on YouTube.
Yeah, off grid would be nice, but I would even settle for something out in the country, even on the electric grid and internet. Something where I can be more, I guess it's called self-efficient or whatever. Or instead of running electric heat, I can have a wood stove and raise chickens and things like that.
Oh, hell yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't think being self-sufficient is a bad thing. I think everyone should be self-sufficient as much as they can. But I'm not giving up my internet. I'm not giving up my internet. I'll give up Comcast, but I'm not giving up my internet.
Yeah.
Until the whole thing goes black, I'm going to be on the internet. There's so much information you can get there. It'd be stupid to not be on the internet. It would just be stupid not to have a connection to the internet.
Yeah, it would be hard to go back to dial-up, but if it was the only internet I had, it would work.
Oh, you don't even have to go back to dial-up. Dial-up's dead. If you can get cable through a dish, you know, dish network or whatever, you can get internet connection through that same damn dish. It's not going to be as fast as cable, but it's going to be a hell of a lot faster than, you know, dial-up or what was the other one, the intermediate, the optical phone connection. I forget the acronym for it, but yeah, if you getting your internet through a satellite dish, the download speeds are going to be comparable to cable. The upload speeds are what's going to be slow as hell. So yeah, uploading a video to YouTube is going to take 10 times longer than on cable, but it's still going to get uploaded.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I have,
So,
I think it's 12 meg.
yeah, Partisan Gorilla, you're right. DSL was the one that I was talking about, intermediate.
Before I had cable, had dial up, and I'd go to a YouTube video and wait for it to load. Then I'd come back to the computer about 30 minutes later and then watch it.
Oh, that was the new dial-up. Back in the 90s, if you had dial-up connection, if you wanted to download a picture of anything, I don't care what it was, just a picture, that took like 4 hours when it first started out. I mean, seriously, even if you were, I don't care if you're downloading porn or a sunset, it would take 4 hours for the picture to load halfway down your screen, and then to get the whole picture, it'd be 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't remember it that slow, but yeah, about 2000, 2001, I believe, is when we first got the internet. Back when Yahoo Games and Yahoo Messenger was the thing to have back then.
Yep. Well, about 1998 was when the internet was fast enough to do online interactive gaming, MMOs, where you were actually playing a game against other people instead of the computer. That's when the internet finally got fast enough to do that. And if you compare those games to 1998 to 2015, it's magnitudes better. The graphics are better, the speed's better, there's no glitches, there's no lag time. Internet's great. But if you're wanting to move way out of town, you're not going to get that throughput like you do in town. You're going to be stuck with a satellite dish. And it's going to be comparable to the internet 5 to 10 years ago instead of what you can get in town now. For the download speed, upload speed is going to be comparable to dial-up. Yeah. Mojo Poe says, I remember fapping to a half a pick. Yeah, you can barely see the top of the nipples and you're still fapping, yeah.
Dial up is the devil. But
all right, I'm freaking everybody out now. I'll shut up. Anybody that knows me knows I'll talk about anything. I have no filter.
I was happy with dial up until I got cable. Then I found out what I was missing out on.
Yeah.
But even now, I only watch YouTube videos usually in 360 or 480. That way they can load up right then and there and I can watch them instead of waiting. I don't know if I think it's my computer. This was a Walmart shelf computer, so one of the cheapest ones they had at the time, so I'm sure it's nothing special.
My computer I built myself, it's about 4 years old. It's got 16 gigs of memory. Had the highest processor that I could buy 4 years ago, and the best motherboard I could buy 4 years ago. But it's 4 years old. It needs upgrading again. And I get, you know, I don't have problems with live streaming on YouTube. I don't have problems with playing the latest games or anything like that. But yeah, it needs to be upgraded again. The memory's fine. I just need a faster processor and a better motherboard. And yeah, somebody out there said they paid $60 a month for high-speed internet access, and I do too. You know, it depends on the access that you have. And I built this box, and it cost me less than $450 to actually build it. And it has solid-state hard drives. It's got two 250 gig hard drives and one 600. No terabyte drives. I don't store a lot of things, so I don't need that much storage. I just want the solid-state drives for the speed. Yeah, PG, I did put a couple of new SSD drives in there.
Sounds like a real nice computer.
Yeah, it is. I like it. It works for me. I built mine. I built my wife's. I built my mom's. I don't buy PCs anymore. I just build them. You can get a lot better stuff for a lot lower price if you build them than you're going to go to a store and buy them.
Yeah, we got Rudolph Gunbush out there. Thanks for coming by the chat. But I've thought about, well, before I got this, I was thinking about building a tower, but then a couple of people I know knew that I was talking about it because, well, I asked some of them. They're all telling me, no, you don't want that, you want this one, and they're all giving me advice on what to buy, and then they all have different opinions on it, and I'm thinking, all right, which one's really the best one to get? Then all right. I've worked on computers a little bit before, but I'm not talented enough to build one from a pile of pieces, so I haven't ever took a jump and tried to do that. So if anyone wants to be on the panel, the link's down in the description. So click it and hop on the panel if you want to join in. My camera's over here to the side of my monitor. My monitor's right over here, so I tend to be looking this way over at the monitor instead of right here on my camera. I got my recliner right here, and TV's just right over here, so it's how I got it set up, and my webcam won't stay put on the monitor, so I got it over here on one of my excuse me, on my leaner and my light. So anyways, I'm looking over here at the screen, so all right, hold on a second. So I don't know what to talk about. But yeah, my old white Dodge, I don't know if any of y'all even knew that I had a truck, but I sent it down the road. Someone made me a alright offer on it, and I sent it down the road. I already knew the problems that I talked about that it had. I already knew about all those problems, And after fixing all that, it was still going to be a decent deal on the truck, but the rear end was whining and it has fluid in it. And it needs, I believe, ball joint, something in the front end. It's going around a corner about 50 miles an hour. The whole front end started bouncing, jumping around, shaking, and all that. And anyways, I drove it home, put it up for sale. So if the rear end's going out, that'll be at least $200, I'd say, for a rear end at salvage yard, and then another 200 to have it installed. I'm not that great of a mechanic, so I'd have to pay someone, and then I don't know about all the ball joints and all that. But the way I figure it, it's not worth sinking more money in. I bought it with the known problems. It was still going to be a good deal on the truck, so sold it, and hopefully around February I'll be getting new wheels. This time I'm going to buy something decent, and hopefully it'll be a S10 or something smaller anyways. Maybe a Ranger, I'm not sure. But yeah. Coming around the corner and that whole front end started shaking and vibrating, and yeah, I wasn't too happy. So best of luck to the person that bought it. I told them everything I knew about it, let them test drive it. They knew it was as is, and it's gone. Hey, David and Misery. How's it going? Hope things are going all right. Yep, yep. Dirty old white Dodge is gone, 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 gone. Sorry about the dead air. If anyone wants to jump on the panel, the link is in the description. Everyone's welcome. Yeah, they're Blinkster. Rangers are hard to find for a good deal. And everyone that is selling them can get the top dollar out of them usually, but S10s are pretty easy to come by, and luckily, from what I've seen, they don't hold their value as well. But yeah, yeah.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. What I
I was
missed?
just talking about I got rid of the Dodge.
Ah,
It had the rear end was whining, and it had fluid in it, and then I believe it needed ball joints. The front end was shaking, vibrating, bouncing pretty bad.
I hear that.
Which I hadn't drove it very much, just around town. And anyways, I decided to take it for a decent drive, and then I discovered those problems with it. Well, I didn't know it was the rear end that was making the whining noise until someone told me, and they're a mechanic, so gotta trust a mechanic.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to, but this one I trust. And with those two problems, I added it to the list of the problems and decided it wasn't worth sinking any more money into. And so It's someone else's problem now. I made sure they knew it was as is.
Yeah, I've had a couple of Dodges, and they lasted until they wore out. And once they wore out, it wasn't really worth fixing them. I've got a '86 Chevy Suburban right now that's running like a friggin' tank. It's got 250,000 miles on it, and it just runs like the day it came off the showroom floor. You know, they're just like that. Some vehicles break down, some don't. It depends on how well they're taken care of through their life cycle.
Yeah, I agree with that. This vehicle, this truck, I thought it was taken care of better than it was, but I don't think it was. We got NWI Prepper out there. He says he may jump on the panel. He's got a couple of things to do first. David said he had last Ford he had 270,000 miles on it. The rear end made a whine, and he drove it for over a year before he sold it. Myself, I wanted to get out from under this Dodge before it did break down on me and end up having to pay someone to haul it to the scrapyard.
Yep. David said, still driving the '86. It doesn't like the new gas. No, my '86 doesn't like the new gas either. I buy the cheapest gas I can find and put a little octane booster in there, and it's just fine. Gear, you look like you cough like I do off camera.
Yeah, I got asthma and whatever else I got. If I got mucus that needs to be hacked up, there ain't no sense in trying to stop it.
Yeah, exactly. Same problems here.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I'm coughing this much, but I guess my lungs ain't used to talking as much as I have tonight. I'm usually the quiet person, just panel filler or out on the external.
Yeah, I'd probably be better off if I quit smoking, but I won't.
Yeah, I quit a little bit over 2 years ago, not because I wanted to, but because I had to.
Yeah, I've tried to quit, and the most it ever took was like 6 months, and I always went back to it. Coughed my head off like you do now, so you know. I know I'm going to get a lot of advice out there. Quit now, quit now, quit now. Yeah, I know. I know. It'd add 10 years to my life. It would. Problem is, that's going to be the last 10 years of my life, and I don't need another 10 years of shitting my own pants and not knowing my own name.
The day I chose to quit, I couldn't even take a puff of cigarette without hacking up a lung and barely could breathe, and went into the doctor's office, and I was in there for 4 hours on taking breathing treatments and oxygen. He wanted to put me in the hospital overnight, and at first, and I was like, is there any way I can avoid that? He said, let me see. And then ended up being in his office for like 4 hours on oxygen and breathing treatments. Even before he let me go home, he said, I really hate to do this. And he said, I don't want to let you do this, but if you are refusing to be admitted, he said, I need you to sign this and you can go home. So he wanted to admit me to the hospital, but I wasn't having any of that.
We just went through that with Julia. She has pneumonia right now, and she smokes. And the doctor's telling her the same thing. They have her on breathing treatments and all this. And yeah, we both need to quit smoking. We know that. We haven't found a way that it actually works because neither one of us really want to quit smoking. If you need to quit smoking, you have to want to quit smoking, or nothing that you do is going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, if I smell cigarette smoke, like a good whiff of it, it makes me sick, or perfume, or
Oh, I'm the same way with perfume or cologne. It'll just choke me up. Cigarette smoke, I just want to just inhale that. It doesn't bother me. The cigarette smoke doesn't bother me. It's other things out there that do. Yes, I know, people, I know the cigarette smoke is the main problem. I know. I've been smoking since I was 10 years old, pack a day since I was 10 years old. I'm 47. If I stop smoking tomorrow, my lungs are not going to regenerate. They're not going to get better. They might not get any worse, but they're not going to get any better after 37 years of smoking.
hey, David, showing that he's in here twice.
Yeah, David, thanks for that offer, man. Yeah, I was looking for a new Logitech, but I found one, and we've got it. I've just got to get Julia to actually use it now. She'll use it for a microphone, but she will not turn the actual camera on yet. She's camera shy as hell. And I don't understand why. She's gorgeous. She is very photogenic, but she doesn't think so. I'm a lucky man. I just wish she would realize that. I don't know who did a number on her in the past, but yeah. All right, got to turn the camera off because Julia's going to come walking across behind me now.
I don't know if you're having problems. I don't know if David's having problems setting up his mic or not. Might need to go to settings and choose a microphone.
Yeah, Partisan Gorilla, they do need to make better fake cigs. I have tried the vaping units. I've tried every one that's came out. And I actually choke and cough more on those than I do on a regular cigarette. It kills me to try to smoke off of a vapor. I don't know why. I think it's the glycol that's in the mix that chokes me up more than regular cigarettes do. There's a lot of glycol in that juice. And now we have the dogs coming in and out.
Yeah, I tried tried the vape before I quit smoking, and it made me worse feeling than smoking did. So that was $40 down the drain. But then I smoked cigarettes for, I guess it was a couple more weeks after that. Then I got so sick I couldn't even smoke and then ended up quitting.
That's probably what it's going to take for me is when I can't breathe without not smoking. And yeah, Partisan Gorilla. Smoke bad tasting cigs, then get another reason to hate them. I switched from regular cigarettes to menthol cigarettes about 15 years ago because I hated menthols. Could not stand the taste of them. Just hated them. You know what? Now I can't smoke regular cigarettes. I'm addicted to menthol cigarettes.
Yeah, I switched to menthols probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years after I started smoking. I switched to menthols because I was tired of everyone asking if they could bum a cigarette. I thought maybe after a while it'd be easy to switch back, but I never could do it.
Yeah. And Partisan Gorilla, do some accounting, see how much you're spending on that shit. Yeah, if you're paying for a Marlboro or a name brand cigarette, depending on what state you're in, you're going to be paying anywhere from $50 to $65 a carton on cigarettes. So if you smoke a carton a week, you know, you're talking about $350, $400 a month. I roll my own. It costs me roughly $9 a carton to roll my own instead of $35 to $65 a carton. It's roughly 98 cents a pack. And yeah, that's, even at 98 cents a pack, that's $30 a month that I could put back in my pocket. I hear you. I do. But going to jail for beating the shit out of my kids or my wife would cost a lot more. Not saying I'm going to beat the shit out of my kids or my wife, but you know what I mean. When you start coming off of an addiction, you get kind of aggravated. Yeah, $5.24 a pack. Is that what you're saying, Dirk? Here in Washington, it's more like $7.88 a pack. If you're buying, store-bought cigarettes instead of rolling your own. Menthol and beer, not a good combo. Yeah, I get that. But the other chemicals that I'm on that the doctors prescribe for me would make that even non-negotiable. I mean, everything that they give me every day, I take like 8 to 9 pills a day from the doctor. A pack, is that what you're saying, Dirk? Here in Washington, it's more like $7.88 a pack.
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. There's a definite lag between the internal chat and the external right now, but that's okay. I can hear you fine.
All right. Hey, aren't you the guy that beats the shit out of his kids and his wife?
No, I don't beat the shit out of my kids or my wife, but when I try to stop smoking, it makes me want to. I don't do it, but it makes me really aggravated and, agitated.
You guys hear me at all?
Yeah, David, I can hear you just fine.
You can't hear me now. Okay. All right. Awesome.
Howdy, David. Howdy, Joe.
How's it going, guys?
All right. David, for everybody here, I'm Joe Dose, but my YouTube channel name is NWI Prepper. 19130, okay?
Yeah, and I'm David in Misery.
Okay, yep, we've talked before, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back when you were having problems at work with your boss.
Yeah, I've been out of work for a couple of months now. I've literally been through the ringer lately, but But that happens. It's life. Carry on with everything that's gone on this year with losing my wife in June, and I lost my best friend 2 weeks before I lost my wife, and just kind of one day at a time thing. You know, I tell people live your life one day at a time. My buddy worked at a local automotive shop for 21 plus years. Guy never missed a day of work. He was a big old country boy, 6'4", 380, big old boy. And he hit his head on the lift one day and went home and just didn't wake up the next morning, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy stuff. His parents moved up here to be with him because his dad has cancer. And, you know, it's just one of those weird things that you never suspect, and it's just something that happens, you know. And just kind of one of those nasty deals. Cancer's a nasty word, and you know, pretty damn prevalent in a lot of people's lives. You know, it seems like it's touched somebody's life, no matter who I talk to. You know, it's a bad deal.
Yeah, that's for sure. So that situation with that boss just didn't pan out, I guess, huh?
No, I'm trying to figure out, depending upon how long ago it was, whether I was at the actual manufacturing place for Ford or if I was working for the dealership of Ford. I've worked for Ford for probably, good gosh, man, little dealership out here I worked for about 5 years. Went and worked for the actual manufacturing plant. You know, made good money and had union, and I'm just, you know, I don't want to get into politics, but I'm not a union guy. They didn't do anything for me, so.
What state, if you don't mind me asking?
What's that?
You mind me asking what state are you in?
Oh, in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
misery, hence the misery. The
okay.
slang. Yeah.
Well, that went right over my head.
Oh, you know, it does with everybody, and they're like, oh, I never even thought about that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's kind of a slang term that I use.
Well, I get it all the time, too, with the NWI, you know, nobody knows what the hell that is.
Wisconsin, maybe?
Rearrange the letters, add some more.
Northwest something. Maybe. Be a few of those on that one.
Mm-hmm. Iowa. Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Getting close. Indiana.
Indiana. That makes sense. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a lot of NWI abbreviations up here for newspapers and outlets, shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a prepper group also, called NWI Preppers, but I had my name before they did.
Right. Yeah, I've followed a lot of people and been on here for, oh man, a long time. I've changed my channel once or twice like a dummy. Well, some of the times it's been Google's issues, but I started out, and that's the thing, my very first original channel is still there. It's just CDSE72, but I cannot log into it. I don't know, changes in emails, stuff like that, and moving. I don't know if that's what, you know, I just can't get logged into it. The channel's there. There's only like 2 videos on it. But I've been here for, boy, I'd have to look back, a long time and met a lot of good people. I don't know how long you guys have been here. I don't know if any of you know Kansas Hillbilly Prepper, Byron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's on my Facebook page. I seen that, you know, he kind of fell off off YouTube and Facebook. I seen that he was home.
Look at this real quick. I'm taking this off my tower. It's a sticky note.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome.
So I do that.
Awesome, dude.
Which reminds me, I'm gonna have to call him and Tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I should put it on my monitor right now, then I'll do that right now.
I'm glad to know that somebody's still in contact with him and, you know, knows that he's doing okay, etc., you know?
Yeah, he's, you know, he's not 100% right now, but he's better than, you know, being in the hospital again.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, him and, oh man, dang it. There's so many different channels. Oh, Russell. I haven't seen much of Russell, Poison Stinger, lately.
Oh, yeah, I used to be on the Green Dragon with him.
Mm-hmm.
Him and that's where I met Kansas. And,
Okay.
hell, I ain't been on it so long. I was on it for 3 years, too.
Okay, okay.
Horse whipped for not knowing the names now. Hell.
Yeah, well, you know, and, oh man, I'm not even going to remember, but there's been so many people just kind of fall off. I know Russell kind of quit doing stuff, Poison Stinger. Man.
Rebel Solutions.
Yeah, there's,
Tactical Tony.
yeah, Tony, now that you say that, I just now kind of clicking that I haven't seen nothing from him.
He puts out stuff all the time. You probably
was-
got accidentally unsubscribed from him
Okay, probably.
because YouTube has done that to me for a lot of people. I've had to resubscribe.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, I just don't hear anything from them. Then I'm like, what the hell? I'll go to their channel to see when their last video was, and I see I'm unsubscribed. I'm like, what the hell?
Right. Yeah, I don't know if anybody ever found out anything or talked to Hammer. It was Hammer 357, the older guy that used to do some guitar videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he just disappeared, and people were wondering about him.
yeah, I know one of the big channels. You might follow him. I don't know if any of the other guys follow him. Alric 357. He's in that group with Ebomi and Hornet Fixer and all them guys.
No,
And he's
Hornet Fixer's got recent videos out. Ebomi just had a contest for another AR giveaway and a pistol combination. But I have not seen anything from Alaric for a long time.
Yeah. I was gonna say Hornet Fixer Jim. I think the very last video he did was either yesterday
Yeah, something like that.
or the day before. He said he still hadn't heard from him. And they don't know, they don't know what the deal is.
Mm. Hey, before I forget, everybody in the outside chat and in the room here, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. May you all have a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. And enjoy your Christmas season.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either. I just kind of typed that in the external. I haven't been in one of the chats in so long that almost forgot how to even do it and stuff.
Well, I was surprised that Grid put the link in the description box. That was really great because everybody else they'll have one or two people in the room and leave it to the outside chat, for comments.
Exactly. Yeah, and I started following some people. I'm not gonna try not to say the channel name. It's gonna be kind of hard to do, but I started following some people actually donated money and helped somebody get a gun. Kind of made it sound like they were broke or whatever, and then I've noticed that chat has just kind of went through the roof and stuff, and I'll ask them for a link and they'll never send me a link, or if they do, I don't know, I don't ever see it. With Google being the way it is anymore, who knows.
Well, I still get messages. I get PMs from people all the time, and I hear a lot of people saying, people are telling me they're sending me messages and I don't know where they're going. Well, they should be in Gmail, for when you sign on to Google.
Mm-hmm.
That's where mine are. That's where, if you put out a video and I'm subscribed to you, I will get that automatically. Or if you PM me, that's where that'll go also.
Yeah, and what my problem was, I had somewhere along the lines, I had 2 channels with this same name. One of them, like what I'm on now, I deleted the other one. The other one was just David in Misery, and it was all ran together.
Yeah.
Because I had friends like Gil, I Think You Really Suck channel. He's been a good friend of mine for a long time, and him and Russell over at it's not Firearm Patriot. Can't remember, him and another guy have one real similar, but Russell had said, "Hey, we tried to comment on your videos, but it's not letting us," and it something to do with the 2 channels. I deleted the one, and I still don't. For some reason, I still don't get email notifications, because I had a PM here 2 weeks ago from another channel, and Hemp Seed Addict sent me a PM, and I was just now getting it, like, this week, and it said it was 2 weeks old. It's got some weird stuff going on, with Google and everything nowadays.
Yeah, I watch chats every night. I mean, not the chats, but the texts,
Mhm.
those chat rooms, where people keep saying, "I'm trying to get in, it won't let me in," over and over. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. We never used to have a problem when I was in the Green Dragon with Mule team. He'd send out an invite, boom, people are in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I used to sit back and watch. I watched quite a few of them with him and Tactical Tony, and didn't he have I might be thinking of the wrong guy, but Resist the Tyranny in there, and
Resist the Tyranny, Matt. Yeah, he's got a channel and a website, resistthetyranny.com.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what I miss. You might remember him. I don't know if Gear and Greg was around or on when Eric Wadney and them used to do the blog chat videos. Blog Talk. I think it was Blog Talk is what it was. They had a live video feed or whatever, and it would, you could get quite a few people in there, and it worked pretty good, but they quit doing it for some reason. Him and John Solar did quite a few of them and stuff.
No, I remember. I never got in that one.
Blog Talk. That's what it was. Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah, it was Blog Talk Radio.
2012. And so I was new.
I got something for you guys. I don't know if you see my latest video, but really honestly pissed me off today. I will try to link it. If you haven't seen it, been on Facebook, haven't heard about it, Stag Arms is a pretty good sized company, and I guess from what I'm understanding, they're corporate, or one of their offices is based out of Maryland, but they're in Pennsylvania or whatever. But they were shut down by the ATF for supposedly not keeping whatever records of their lowers on their ARs. And I watched a channel today that I'd never heard of, but I'd heard the rumor before that 8 other companies had been investigated by the ATF, and they are in the process of possibly shutting them down. Now, Stag Arms, what happened is they went in, they told the owner, they said, "You violated such and such law, blah, blah, blah. You're not allowed to own a gun manufacturing company anymore." So I guess it's a small company. He said has 100 employees. So he said that he's paying a $100,000 fine, and he's going to sell the company. This is something that I had seen and heard. Now, a friend of mine here in the community is a little, I don't know if I want to say tinfoil hat-ish, but when I got my Mustang, he's like, "Dude, get rid of that car. Sell that car, buy ammo, and buy guns." And he's like, if you don't believe me, just you need to do it. 16 is not going to be a good year. and I start seeing something like this where they, shut a manufacturer down. And I read on Facebook and Google, I think, might have even been through Gun Owners of America that posted it, that said this was going to be Obama's new way of getting rid of a lot of the guns, because instead of confiscating them, they would shut the manufacturers down. Hate to see you go, Greg.
Yeah, good night, Greg.
Merry Christmas and have a good one.
Okay, well, Merry Christmas, man, if I don't see you before then.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to have to jump off. Sorry about that. But all of you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't see you before that, and I'll see you all soon. And
You
be
too,
safe.
man.
Same to you, man. Have a good
All
one.
right.
Have a good one.
Thanks for being on the panel tonight.
Yep. Good to be here. Thanks for having me. Hey, Gear, I haven't said 2 words to you well other than Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, but how the hell's it going?
Howdy, howdy. Pretty good. Thank you all for coming on also.
Yeah, Gear, how's the truck stuff going, man? I caught that at the end of the deal.
First live chat I've ever done, so
Oh,
thank
man.
y'all for coming on. If anyone else wants to jump in, the link is in the description. And the dirty old Dodge is gone.
Dirty old Dodge.
I knew there's some problems with it, but there's some problems I didn't know about. Sorry about that. But the rear end was whining, as I was saying. And it had fluid in it, and
That's a bad.
I had a truck, the rear end whine for almost a year, but it eventually went out. But I didn't want to risk it, and I'm guessing it needed ball joints. The front end, whenever you went around a corner, would shake and vibrate real bad, and it's kind of scary going
Yeah.
around the corner.
Oh, jeez, man. Just had a damn lamp fall on me.
But
The Dodges, I hate saying it because I'm a Ford guy, but Dodges and Fords are both very notorious about front ball joints. I don't know why, but it's just one of their things that people overlook them. I worked for dealerships for pretty much all my life, and Ford dealers in particular, and that's one of the things that people don't think about. But Dodge back, I don't know, 98, 99, I think it is, they had pretty big recall on the Durangos and the pickups for their ball joints, just basically snapping off. And they snapped the whole wheel off, man. Guy would be driving down the road and the wheel would fall off.
Yep.
this one was 2001.
About the right year, yeah.
Whatever the last year of that.
You had the V8 or the V6 in it.
Yeah, it was a V8 Magnum.
Okay, yeah. They're pretty good motors, man. If people, it's pretty much like any car. If you maintain it, it'll hold up for the most part,
If that front end was shaking that bad, and you knew the ball joints were bad, everything else was probably bad too.
Yeah.
Right end, stabilizer bars, all that shit.
Yeah, and on them, even if it was two-wheel drive, you may have still had like a wheel bearing assembly on those. Some of the newer cars are just, they're almost like set up like a front-wheel drive. They'll have the wheel bearing assembly. Those trucks will have a wheel bearing assembly like a four-wheel drive truck, but they just won't have the axles going into them. And people don't realize that. I had a buddy, his Durango was like that. He had a two-wheel drive Durango, but it still had the wheel bearing assembly for the shafts like a four-wheel drive. It still had the splines in it, and when it went bad, ball joints went bad, and that went bad, and it just man, it was a mess. He's like, well, I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm like, I've seen some crazy stuff, you know. People let their brakes go. I've got a rotor out there in the yard right now on the truck I traded for that. This kid that's dating my oldest daughter, but worked at Ford. I worked with him, but he let the brake pad just eat the complete rotor into the fins.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'd have to show a video. I might do a video of that. The side of the truck is ruined. It really is. It threw so much metal from the rotor and the brakes. I power washed it, and it won't even come off. It threw it into the paint, melted it into the paint, that he was just, you know, driving down the road throwing so much hot metal that it's, you know, it's specked and it's rusted.
Maybe that's from the inside out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Of course, you know, he's 20, you know, and he's one of them kids that doesn't have a clue mechanical wise. I traded him my '86 four-wheel drive truck for it because he really wanted a full drive, and I told him, I said, man, you know, I haven't had a chance to really drive the truck and, you know it, feel it, know what's wrong, but I drove it enough. I told him, I said, I know, you know, I seen that somebody had replaced the motor. I said, I don't know much about the transmission. I said, it shifts good, blah, blah, blah. Tires are junk. It's been 3 months. You know, he's drove it 3 months, no issues. But I'm like, dude, you got to put tires on it. You can't drive it like that. He just doesn't get it, you know. I mean, they're like racing slicks. It's crazy. People just don't, you know. And he's got a good job. He could buy tires for it, you know. It's not that he doesn't have the money. It'd be different if he was, you know.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in a situation like most people where you can't afford to do it, then that's different. But yeah.
I'm driving on some good snow once with slick tires like that. Have no traction, no steering all at once, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I've got where I'm at. I'm in a rural area. It's really weird. I try to explain to some people when I talk to them that I don't know if you know anything, Gear might, because he might know the area somewhat. Like Kansas City, Missouri, downtown, I don't know, it's like I-70, whatever. I'm 30 minutes from there. Well, Independence is the town I grew up in. That town's probably 10 minutes from me, but I am literally, and I mean literally, I'm the first street out of Independence, Missouri in the eastern area to where it's farm area.
Yeah, that's where Brolance is from. You know him?
What's that?
I said, Independence, that's where Brolance is from.
Oh, really? No, I never heard of him.
No?
I'll have to look him up. I might actually know him. You never know. But, yeah, I'm right out of Independence, but I'm where if you move out here, you got to buy 5 acres. You can't just come buy a house and, you know, I'm on my in-laws' property, luckily, but you go uptown and, man, you go to Independence, the town's just, it's a mess.
Houses that are right next to each other, you can't buy 5 acres there.
Yeah. The area I grew up in, you know, it's what do you say? I had a word for it. I can't remember some big word, but I got it from a guy that was a realtor, and he said, well, that's just, I don't know, it's not the aesthetics, it's something of it, but you get, like, Kansas City, like where my mom grew up, those houses have been there. You don't think about it. Those houses have been there 100 some years, you know. And you can buy one of those houses for, you know, $8,000 or $9,000. Well, those people, those houses are getting condemned. So a lot of the low income people in the town, not saying low income people are bad by any means, because I'm in that bracket, but they're moving out east and coming into where I grew up as a kid. And ever since that's happened, that area is gone, you know, to crap. You're going from low income, pushing one way to middle income or whatever, I guess. you know, and I've always been low income. I hate saying that, but I've always been struggling.
Hey,
But
welcome to the club, you know.
yeah, you know, I've always been low income. I've never. Last year was the most money I ever made in my life. When I worked for Ford Motor Company, I made 16 something an hour, and you know I was doing good. But health issues and with the wife's passing and all the other crap that's going on, it's just I kind of made a decision when they jacked with me on being gone for my buddy's funeral. I told them that's it. They said, well, you only got one more day off. I said, you know what? I don't care. You do what you got to do. You fire me, you fire me. They didn't want me to go to his funeral, and I said, you know, I'm sorry. It was on a Friday night. I said, hey, you know, I can't go back. He was being cremated, so I couldn't go back and go to the grave site and say, hey, man, sorry I missed your funeral. You know, it was one of those deals where it was like that's all it was. And I told him, I said, that's how it's going to be. You don't like it, you don't like it, you know. And of course they didn't like it. Stuff happens. There's been a lot of changes, you know, going on in that aspect of my life, where I've gotten to where I live pretty. I don't know. I wouldn't say poor, but I live pretty nominal, and you know, not off grid, but I'm in that lifestyle now where I'm like, look, I'm going to live with what I need, not what I want, you know,
Yeah.
and stuff.
My condolences on all that there earlier when you said you lost your wife. I'm sorry. I thought you meant left you.
Oh, yeah, no, she passed away in June. She was 37. She would have been 38 the 12th this month. The one video I did, it was kind of screwbally, but for Thanksgiving it was hard with everything going on. But her birthday would have been 12th of this month. But it's just been it's been a really weird, crazy year because, you know, my buddy passed 2 weeks before her, and I mean the guy just, you know, he's a big country guy, and he's one of them guys. He didn't miss a day of work. You'd look at him, you would have thought, what, he would have a heart attack or something else would have happened to him, but he actually hit his head on a lift at his job, hit it hard enough, it about knocked him out, and it caused a brain bleed, and he didn't wake up the next morning.
Yeah.
And, you know, then the wife passed away about 2 weeks after that. Well, you know, everything was kind of calm, and, I mean, I can't tell you how many people I know battling cancer. Like this girl I went to school with, they gave her 5 years. Well, two girls that I went to school with that started out as breast cancer, but it's spread. Kind of like my wife's deal, it started out as cervical cancer, and with the wife's ordeal, it was crazy because it was gone for 6 months, completely didn't show up, and then it just came back and just lungs, her spinal fluid and cord, you know, basically everywhere. And then I was trying to think here just recently, man, it's just been crazy. I shouldn't even say it this way, but it does sound weird that if I say a priest and a rabbi, my father-in-law, good friend that he works with, and actually a friend of mine, I met him 3 or 4 times, come out. He just, you know, come out here, brought some brush out stuff, gave me some stuff he gave me some lawnmowers and stuff for letting me dump brush out here, and talked to him a lot, and was getting to be good friends with this guy. And he was a rabbi in his, you know, in his beliefs and his religion or whatever, but he had 8 girls and a wife. 8? Yeah. 8 daughters and a wife, and he was on his way Thanksgiving. It wasn't Thanksgiving, but it was on that weekend. He was on his way out to Kansas somewhere, had a blowout, and the van rolled over and killed him, injured his brother, and left his wife and all the girls to, you know, fend for themselves. And, you know, honestly, on the salary that the guy was on, I had no idea how he was ever making it, because I know what my father-in-law roughly makes. I just don't know how this guy supported his, 8 kids and his wife. And then, what was it, December, well, maybe a week or two after that, that another good friend of ours that me and my wife grew up with, a friend, he was a priest. He went to, he had moved out to Michigan. I think it was Michigan. And he passed away on like the 3rd, I think it was. So it was like just, my in-laws are old school. They don't use Facebook or YouTube or, So it seemed like every time I was turning around, I was like, do you guys know about this person? You guys know about this person? It just seemed like I was a messenger of bad bearings, and I hope I don't have to do that no more.
Yeah, I see. I hear you.
That just, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be able to say something good for a change, but
Right.
Gear, you're awful quiet, man. I don't want to be talking the whole thing through.
Oh, you're fine. I have myself muted because coughing a lot and not used to talking as much as I've talked tonight.
Gotcha. I thought you'd had like another chat live, or you tried maybe. I thought I'd seen one. I thought. But.
No, this is my first time ever having one. So.
Well, that's cool. Yeah,
people was wanting after TRs, and
okay.
I fired this up.
I haven't done one, like I say, in like so long. It's been at least probably last year, and I just sit in my room in the dark as well as the light and shit, sort of webcam kind of see me, just sitting here hiding. But yeah, if you have any stuff with truck stuff, man, if I can help you in any way, I sure would, man. Questions about, I don't know everything. I never claim to know everything, but if I can help a guy out with car stuff, I sure will.
Yeah, I don't really know much about vehicles either, but I don't know. With this truck, the problems I knew about, it wasn't even fixing them. It was still going to be a good deal on the truck, but I don't know, front end stuff. Even if it was just the wheel bearing or the ball joints, and then if it was the rear end, if the rear end went out, then it would have sent the truck. Wouldn't have been a good deal.
Yeah, it'd been a headache. I'll tell you that. I did I think it was an 03 Dodge rear end in my daughter, her ex-husband's truck, and I went. I was trying to think where the heck that town was. I drove an hour away. I drove up an hour up north, got a rear end from a guy out of another Dodge truck, and yeah, didn't seem like it was bad. Put it in his truck, got it on the ground, and same thing, just whining like crazy. So I had a guy that I worked with at the Ford shop do the rear end, because he used to build roundy round cars, what we call them, dirt track cars. He used to race dirt track cars all the time. He was pretty well known, and he's like, "Well, you give me $100, I'll put everything in it. You get the kit." So I think, if I remember right, the bearings and stuff, spent $150 on bearings, and then $100 on having him do it, and then me putting it in. So saved him quite a bit of money, but yeah, that's stuff. None of it's cheap, man. And I hate doing ball joints on trucks. You know, pressing them out's a nightmare usually.
Say, David, did you happen to hear Gears Christmas compilation that he did the other day?
Yes. Those singing.
It was really cool there.
Yeah. I do not have that big of a cojones.
Yeah, if only I could actually sing.
Hey, man, I thought it was good. It's like,
Great.
yeah.
He didn't
Yeah.
miss a lick, man. He just kept on going. I was waiting for him to stumble, really. Because I'm like, man, he's still going. Where is he going to go? And he went all the way. I was like, hey, that was cool.
Yeah, he did a good job on that. Really did, because I thought the same thing. I thought he's gonna like stop and have to think about what he's getting ready to sing, and didn't happen. He just kept rolling on through, man. Did a good job on him.
Did you have that on cue cards grid?
I had a notepad file up, and I had it all in big letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to read it off the screen as I was going.
There you go. There you go.
That worked.